Good day, everybody. Welcome to today's video. Today's video in my Jeep 3.6. This video is going to be reinstalling the timing. So what I'm going to do, I've already had this out. So what I'm going to show you is, oh, that came out, but you would hit left, right, and then it'll come out. Pay attention. These oil holes right here should go in the same way. That way it can retain as much fluid, because if you had it down, all the oil is going to drain out. The kit came with a new one, so we're going to install it because the old one's worn, and if you put this on, it may work for a while, but then you may have issues. So what I'm going to do now is I've already got my timing marks marked. And then your timing mark for the chain is very important, because this is going to be a new in position. But I'm not going to put that in dry. I'm going to use some of this assembly grease. You could use motor oil too, but I'm just going to use this assembly grease. So you really are kind of guessing where it's going to end up. I tried a couple ways, but the easiest I found was to insert the idler shaft inside the gears and then kind of slide them on together. Make sure that your timing stays at the 6 o'clock position and that your crank button is lined up where it's supposed to be. As you can see right here, it takes a little bit of time and patience because your chain may slip off, but it will go on. And I just insert the bolt in lightly. I'm just going to run this in with my finger. So you can see right there, I'm at the 12 o'clock position, which is good. So with the colored link at the 12th position, there'll also be another colored link at the 6th position, and notice the timing marks on the crank are also aligned perfectly. We're good to go from this point. Now I'm ready to start putting the first timing chain in. You can see these dark marks, those are for the VCT, and that'll go on the idler. To save you some hassle, I tried to do it with both cam phasers on, and I found that was a pain in the butt, so in the next clip, you're going to see me do it with the cam phaser off, which I found was a lot easier. Just trying to get myself into a different position here. I can get that thing in. I got it in on the back side, but I can just get her to line up. Oh, I think I got her. So I'm going to try this again. I am going to put that in place. Make sure my timing mark is right. Okay, I'm going to try this again. See if we can make sense out of this or not. I need to try to roll this thing a little closer there. As such, get those holes to line up. I'll torque those down to the proper specs afterwards. So now I'm going to install the lower tensioner for the cranked idler, because we won't be able to access it if we put the other timing on. And this goes on the driver's side. There's a notch right there. That's going to go into the hole in the block. Oh, I got my tensioner. I'm going to put that in. So let's go ahead. There, got the snap in. And put my screw in there. I'm going to torque these up right afterwards, but I just have the gun set at the lowest setting. Okay. I just verified all timing marks, and 100 times easier to have the exhaust phaser off to try to assemble this. I don't think you could screw it up with the timing. There's not enough play in the chain to be out of link unless something's totally out. But double check. 12 pins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 pins between line to line. I'll put the block in there for when I torque that up afterwards. I had the tensioner to put in. And then I got to remove the exhaust one off that one and start over. Okay. Let's see how hard this lower tensioner is going to be to get in place. I just want to get that screw started. So I actually just kind of put that lower one in first, because that wiring harness kind of gets in the way. So carefully, we're gonna get that in there. Perfect. Right now, just gonna torque these down 106 inch-pounds. One more. Those are torqued. So I removed the cam phaser, make it easier to go on. So I'm going to install the guides first and then put the chain on. Throw that on. Oops. Yeah, I don't want to do that one up quite yet, because if I do, I'm not going to be able to get this chain on. That's going to be the biggest thing. I gotta check, make sure that timing mark's gonna be in the right spot. I marked the timing with a paint pen, and I can see it's gonna be right. Since all these bolts are small, I have the impact driver on the smallest setting, which is not enough to torque them to spec, but just to get them set up so I can do the final torque afterwards. Now comes the fun part. Getting this cam phaser back on. I need to, where's my wrench? Okay, I need to, there we go. I need to finesse it on. She's a little tight, so I'm just putting pressure on the wrench. So hold on. There. Got that wrench in there. Maybe. I'll try to do this top one first. I might have to wiggle that camshaft. Try to get this last bolt in, because it seems like it's okay. Hold up. I am just spinning these in by hand to make sure they're gonna go in without stripping, and I think we're good. But I did need to have to put some tension on the camshaft there just to get a little bit of extra play in that chain so I could get that to tighten up. There. So that is tight. Now I'm gonna go back, tighten all the T30s to 106 inch-pounds. I already did a few, but I'm just gonna go over everything just to double check. Tensioner. Three on here. And then I do believe there's only two on this one. One there, because one's on a pivot. Double check this one. There. And I know I did those ones down there, but I can add the one for sure. I can't get the other one, but I know I torqued it. Everything's set and timed. locked in place. This one gets tightened down to 18 foot-pounds. There we go. 18 foot-pounds. So now I got the oil gear here, and you know it's D-shaped, little flat indent that's going to match on your oil pump. So it's not timed, so I'm going to go ahead and try to do that from the top, but it might be easier from the bottom. Turn the oil pump. There we go. Turn the oil pump to match my fingers. Oh, I can go down below. Torque this bolt to the same 18 foot-pounds. It's torqued. Now I got to torque my phasers, and then I can pull all the pins, take all the tooling out. Timing will be done. All right. 110 foot-pounds. That one's torqued. I need the stool for this one. Torqued 110. Pull my camshaft tools out now. Do you need them? No. Do they come in handy? Yes. Get that out of there. So this is the last piece to go on. This is a real treat. My sausage fingers are gonna get in the way here. Oh shit. Did I break it? No, I didn't. I did not. Actually, it's easier to put on than I thought. Perfect. There we are. Everything is torqued down. I can go ahead, pull all the grenade pins now. And then this one here. That's it. That's it. Yeah, I went with the milling timing kit because I've always had good luck with them. Unfortunately, that's how your timing should look. Not like how it looked before. Come down here. You can see all the room on the tabs, and the other one, it extended past that. Snap those tabs off. You could even see on the tensioner right there. Not much play. That one's in there. Yeah, that old timing set that was in here was clapped out. That's for sure. Glad this part. There we have it. The timing is completed. It's a big job, so take your time. Double check, triple check everything, because you don't want to get back in here again. If you guys have any questions or comments, post them below. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.